Hello, everyone. This is Bridget from the EC Fitness Center, bringing you your weekly meditation and essential oils class. Today's essential oil is going to be clove. And so if you have clove essential oil, you can go ahead and grab it. Today's meditation is One with the Sea. Find yourself a supported place to either sit or lie. Close your eyes. One with the sea. Relax your body by releasing any areas of tension. Allow your arms to go limp, and then your legs. Feel your arms and legs becoming loose and relaxed. Now relax your neck, your back, your spine. Release the hold of your muscles all the way down from your head, down your neck, along each vertebra, to the tip of your spine. Breathe deeply into your diaphragm. Draw air fully into your lungs. And then release the air with a whooshing sound. Breathe in again, slowly. Pause for a moment, and then breathe out. Drawing a deep breath in and out, and in and out. Becoming more and more relaxed with each breath. Feel your body giving up all of your tension, becoming relaxed, calm, peaceful. Feel a wave of relaxation flowing from the soles of your feet to your ankles, into your lower legs, upper legs, hips, pelvis, abdomen, chest, back, hands. Feel this wave of relaxation, lower arms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders, neck, back of your head, face to the top of your head. Allow your entire body to rest heavily on the surface where you sit or lie. Now that your body is fully relaxed, allow the relaxation, visualization to begin. One with the sea. Imagine you are walking towards the ocean, walking through a beautiful tropical forest. You can hear the waves up ahead. You can smell the ocean spray. The air is moist and warm. Feel a pleasant, cool breeze blowing through the trees. You walk along this path, coming closer to the sea. As you come to the edge of the trees, you see the brilliant aqua color of the ocean ahead. You walk out of the forest and onto a long stretch of white sand. The sand is very soft, a powder. Take your shoes off and walk through the sand, walking towards the water. The beach is wide and long. Hear the waves crashing on the shore. Smell the clean salt water in the beach. You gaze again towards the water. It's bright blue-green. See the waves washing upon the sand and then receding back to the shore. Washing up and flowing back. Washing up and flowing back. Enjoy this ever-repeating rhythm of the waves, washing up and flowing back, washing up and flowing back. Imagine yourself walking towards the water, over the fine, powdery hot sand. You are feeling very hot. As you approach the water, you can feel the mist from the ocean upon your skin. You walk closer to the waves and feel the sand becoming wet and firm. A wave washes over the sand towards you and touches your toes before receding. As you step forward, more waves wash over your feet. Feel the cool water provide relief from the heat. Walk further into the clear, clean water. You can see the white sand underneath. The water is pleasant, relaxing, providing relief from the hot sun, cool but not cold. You can walk further into the water if you wish. Even swim if you want to. Enjoy the ocean for a few minutes. Allow yourself to relax. Allow the relaxation to deepen. More and more relaxed. Enjoy the ocean. Now you are feeling calm, refreshed. You walk back out of the water and onto the beach. Strolling along the beach at the water's edge, free of all worries, no stress, calm, enjoying this holiday. Up ahead is a comfortable lounge chair and a towel just for you. Sit or lie down in the chair, or spread your towel on the sand. Relax now on the chair or this towel, enjoying the sun, the breeze, the waves. You feel peaceful and relaxed. Allow all your stress to melt away. When you are ready to return from your vacation, do so slowly. Bring yourself back to your usual level of alertness and awareness. Keep with you this feeling of calm and relaxation, feeling ready to return to the day. Opening your eyes, stretch your muscles, becoming fully alert, refreshed, and filled with energy. You can practice this visualization as often as you wish to provide yourself a mental vacation whenever you need it. Visualization relaxation is a skill that can be learned. The more you practice, the more skilled you will become, and more effectively you will be able to relax. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. We will begin our essential oils class here in a couple minutes. Go ahead and grab your notebook and grab some clove essential oil if you have it. Also, some coconut oil if you plan to use it on your skin, or organic extra virgin olive oil. I know some people use as well. So grab a carrier oil. Clove, grab your notebook, and we will get started. So clove oil, how I like to start the class always is if you have an oil, or if you have clove, you can go ahead and open it and then get the scent into the air. You could drop a few drops in your diffuser if you have it. For myself, I always like to put the oil on. So I'm going to put a couple of drops on my hand, and then I'm going to use a carrier oil. I have a blend here that's already mixed, and then mix that together. I like to use it as a lotion. Go ahead and smell, inhale the clove oil, and I always take it up and along the sides of my body and all the way down, and then brush it from the back all the way down and the front all the way down. Clove. So clove oil is derived from the clove tree. These trees are native to Southeast Asia. And we get clove oil by distilling dried flower buds from the clove tree. Stems and leaves may also be used. So some physical properties for clove. We'll go over physical properties first, and then I'm going to move into emotional properties, where we will read through emotional properties, and then we will find a specific emotion in the body and use a acupressure point on the body and an affirmation to release any stuck emotions in the body with the clove essential oil. All right, clove. Antimicrobial, helps to kill bacteria, specifically staph and biofilm. So these studies have been done on this. Most antibiotics cannot kill this biofilm, this slimy bacteria. And they found that clove is effective in killing it. So antimicrobial, helps kill bacteria. I use clove in some way, shape, or form in my cleaning sprays. That's not listed here, but I always do. So antifungal. Clove kills off yeast. I'm sure many of you have heard of Candida. So kills off yeast that can cause athlete's foot, oral thrush, or any vaginal yeast infections. Clove is a pain reliever, specifically toothaches and muscle pain. So also for the teeth, clove prevents dental erosion and prevents cavities. I've seen a lot of clove toothpastes. Also oral pain reliever. And so how I was reading about this, I've always just used a drop on my finger and put it directly on the tooth, but you can also soak a cotton ball and place it on the tooth. I would be careful. I know I do see clove in toothpaste, but sometimes it can be a little irritating on the gums. And so if you're using it for pain relief for the tooth, I would try to keep it just directly on the tooth rather than rubbing it on the gums. That being said, I have rubbed it on my teeth and then my gums in the front, on the inside and back. So just understand that it can be a little bit, it produces heat. It can feel a little bit burny. All right, so that's teeth. Prevents dental erosion and prevents cavities, an oral pain reliever. For the skin, can promote healing. And when applied to the skin with a carrier oil, it can affect chronic itching. This is a really good one, and I have to remember this because I always tell people to try peppermint and lavender first, and then tea tree oil. And I have to remember if that's not working or if it's causing the itching to get worse, to try clove. So how I would do this is take clove and mix it with organic coconut oil, carrier oil, or say even an organic olive oil, and make like a massage or a lotion and rub it in the areas that you have chronic itching. So again, when applied to the skin, it promotes healing and helps chronic itching. Clove has anti-cancer properties. There's a lot of research done on this. If you ever have any questions, you can email me. My email's below. We can move further into it. But so uses, I guess it does say to make a spray. So this is how I use it. I take clove and I just dump it in any of the cleaning supplies. So I use like organic cleaning supplies, and then some, and a lot of times add extra essential oils. And so, but if you just want to make a clove spray just by itself to bring this spicy scent into the room, I would do 10 to 15 drops of clove to an ounce of water, and then shake it and spray. It smells so great. So yeah, it will smell spicy, fiery. You can put this in your diffuser, like I said, and just let it diffuse throughout the day. Some people like to diffuse maybe even just for 5 minutes, and then there's settings. Sometimes you can have half hour. Mine go up to 4 hours. And sometimes if I'm really wanting to clean up the smell or the energy in a room, I will run something when I leave the house for like 4 hours. So like I said, topical, you can make your own massage oil. So taking 15 drops of this again and mixing it with a carrier oil. I prefer, if I'm going to put it on my skin, to mix it with coconut oil. That's just my preference. And also, again, dabbing it on your tooth. So I just take it on my finger and dab it directly, but otherwise you can put it, like I said, on a cotton ball, let it soak into the cotton ball, and then apply it directly to the tooth. And you can use this a couple of times a day. So clove can be a skin irritant. It does, like I said, you'll feel heat coming from it. And so always test a small area on your body before you put oil all over the place. That's the best advice I can give. And then mix it with a carrier oil. If you ever want to get the oil on your body and don't want to put it all over, take it and put it on the bottoms of your feet, largest pores of the body. And then a lot of times, even if people don't want to smell the oils, but they want the healing properties, they'll put them on the bottoms of their feet and then put socks on and shoes. And then you can still have the oils with you. Also, if you do not at all want to put on your skin, I just take this little thing in my purse or in my pocket. There's little tiny bottles you can get to. Some people will put it in a bottle and they'll carry it on a necklace. So there's many different ways to get the energy of the oil, even if you don't want to put it on. All right, so that is physical properties of clove. Again, antimicrobial to help kill bacteria, specifically staph and biofilm, pain reliever for toothaches and muscle aches. Digestive upset, forgot to mention that one. Clove, super good for digestive upset. I would add this almost with like ginger and peppermint in a tea. Make sure that if you're taking anything internally, you're researching it and making sure that it is organic. Also relieves respiratory conditions. I forgot this one as well. So you can diffuse this for asthma and for coughing. And also, I think for coughing fits, it is going to be warm. So test it on your skin, but I would also mix this with coconut oil and put it on my upper chest here. Or just hold the bottle directly open, hold my mouth directly open and breathe to get into the lungs. So relieves respiratory conditions. Awesome. Moving on to emotional uses for clove essential oil. I love this one. This book, all of my research sources are listed below as well, but this is Essential Emotions book, your guide to process, release, and live free. So clove oil, the specific word is boundaries. Love it. Don't we all at one time or another or multiple times in our lives need to work on boundaries? Clove. All right, so I'm going to read through negative emotions and positive properties that it enhances. So negative emotions, if you're feeling victim, so victim mentality. If you're ever feeling fear of rejection, intimidated, if you're feeling like someone's controlling you, or codependency, big one. So the opposite, positive properties, it enhances empowerment, clear boundaries, helps you to feel protected, courageous, third chakra, independent, capable, proactive, and allows you to stay in your integrity. Few other things here. Clove supports individuals in letting go, like we said, of that victim mentality. When someone is feeling victimized, overly influenced by other people or outside circumstances, sometimes we can perceive ourselves just as powerless to change our life. Clove helps us to stand up for ourselves, be proactive, and feel capable of making our own choices, regardless of what other people think. This is a big one. Clove, yes, love it. To remember these things. Empowered, courageous, independent, integrity, great. Another big one, clove assists us in letting go of patterns of self-betrayal and codependency. Oftentimes we are so attached to what we think other people want that we often will lose ourselves. And this helps us reconnect with our own personal integrity. Can totally relate to this right now. It builds up appropriate boundaries and also defenses, which helps us really, I guess, defend. And a proper boundary can be really loving. Clove pushes us or helps us or gives us the courage to say no. It reignites that inner fire and encourages us to stand up for ourselves. So I was saying it's got that warm, fiery. So again, it can assist us when we've had a history of weak boundaries. If we've been mistreated, if we've had traumatic experiences, clove can help us break free of patterns, restore us to a healthy balance. Love it. I just love the emotional properties as well. It's so important. And that leads us into healing or releasing emotional patterns with essential oils. And so the emotion today, coming off of Clove and boundaries and feeling victimized or codependent, intimidated, fear of rejection. Another one, fear of moving forward, resistance of moving forward. This is an excellent one right now. So many of us are going through changes and know we have a vision of what it is that we want, and we're dealing with our fears that are coming up. One of the best things that I've read recently is that it's a good thing if the fears are coming up, because that shows you really are ready for change. And so let's move through this. Let's find our spot on our body, our acupressure point, and we're going to use the clove oil and an affirmation to move fear of resistance, our fear of moving out of our current state. So resistance is the emotion. Go ahead, take your clove or any other oil. If you don't have clove, that's fine. Like I said, if you wanted one oil to grab lavender. It works on has all different chemical constituents. It will work on your intention. So if you don't have lavender, grab any oil you have. If you don't have anything, I even will cut open a lemon or an orange or anything to give an aromatic scent. So we're using our scent as well. So clove, smell it in. I want you to feel resistance in the body, if you can find it, or find a fear of moving forward. For me, I do a lot of travel, and for me to do a solo road trip where I'm flying and renting a car and going along the ocean, the shoreline for a week, that brings up fear within me. And so I'm going to use that one. So how we do this is we are going to find the acupressure point in the body. And so we're going to look here on my chart. My chart will show the body. And sometimes it will just show the head. And if you can't find it on the body, a lot of times the hands or the feet, you can find it. So I'm going to look here. Resistance, fear of movement. Here we go. Amygdala. So that's going to be on the head. And so for this one, we will find this right along your hairline. So up at the top here. So I always start like kind of on the middle and then go out, or start on the outside and go in. So you could just press these points here all along that hairline. And so that is going to be our acupressure point. So when you're feeling fear of moving forward or resistance, find that point, press on it. You're going to smell that essential oil. So even if you don't want to put it on your hands, smell it out of the body or out of the bottle, hold that point on the forehead. And then we're going to find the other emotion. So the opposite side of it. So for this resistance, the opposite side of resisting something is to open up to it. So openness. You touch the point on your forehead, smell the oil, and you're going to feel what it feels like or what you remember to feel open and free. No fear or fearless. It's another really great one. Fearless. Your affirmation, as she calls the way out. This is what you repeat over and over and over. So anytime you have something you're fearing or resisting, find the acupressure point on the body, smell an oil, and repeat this affirmation. I welcome change. I welcome change. Pressing the point, smelling the oil. I welcome change. I welcome change. You should feel your body start to move and release that emotion through. Sometimes it only takes one time. When you get really good at checking in with yourself and feeling your emotions and letting them flow through, or if you're a natural person that does let their emotions flow through and they don't get stuck, it's much easier. For some of us that oftentimes didn't like to feel any emotion other than really happy, positive emotions, they do get stuck in the body and can cause disease. Eventually, I think they all do. And also other mental health issues. And so sometimes finding this within yourself can feel a little bit uncomfortable, and sometimes it can take multiple times of using the affirmation to move through it. So just be patient with yourself. Sometimes you can use this, maybe 5 to 10 times, a couple of times a day. Maybe it'll take a day, or maybe it'll take a couple. For deep-seated emotions, it can take a few weeks, it can take a few months, and sometimes it'll come back around. You'll realize from a different vantage point how much better you are with fear of resistance or fear of moving forward. You'll find yourself looking at it from a different vantage point, but you can still always use this. Find the points, smell the oil. I welcome change. I welcome change. I welcome change. Some people also like to take the affirmation. So I welcome change, or I am fearless. Love it. I'm going to use that one and put it on a Post-it note and put it up in different areas of their house or their car or their mirrors to remember. I welcome change. I am fearless. And so one thing I like to do that I show at the end here is after I move through this, I use a few other acupressure points on my body, on my head actually. So emotional points, so it's just below where you were at the top of your forehead here. I just press right in the middle of my forehead, so that third eye area, or the middle of, sometimes the middle of your eyebrow, but I would go up a little bit further and just press out. I like to press these emotional points, and then I press a point in the back of my neck where my skull meets my neck, that lower part. And then a little bit higher than that, I kind of press along that area. And then the soft spot, when you're a baby on your head. And I consider that almost a release point. I can actually feel it. And so when I have touched my acupressure point for the emotion I'm trying to release, resistance, fear of movement, I'm using my affirmation, I welcome change. I welcome change. While I'm doing this, I will press those emotional points in the front of my head, press a release point in the back. So the back of the neck in a couple of areas, you can feel where this kind of indents in the back of your head. That's where I like to press. And then that soft spot. And when I press that soft spot, it feels like it releases. And that's what I would call like my release valve. And I love it. So I use those. You do not have to. You can just use the pressure point if it's easier for you. So that is clove oil, or any of the oil using for emotional release of fear of moving forward or resistance. If you have any questions or you would like to move through this process on a one-on-one with me, please email me. My email address is below. Lastly, our journal question for the week. I love this one. What is one creative activity that you can add to your life? What is one creative activity you can add to your life? And right now, mine is guitar and singing. So I went and found an old acoustic guitar I had from college, and then my newer acoustic guitar, and I had somebody assist me yesterday to hang them on my wall so that I'm able to just grab them down and start playing. And so I've been playing and singing the last couple of days, and this creative activity has led me back to so many pieces of myself. And so, like we were talking about clove oil and boundaries and codependency, this is all connected, where if you've lost yourself or pieces of yourself, not blaming other people, but because you focused on other people or you've let yourself go in certain ways, think about it, journal about it this week, add it back in, try it. Trust me, you will thank me for this. So what is one creative activity you can add back in your life? Also, another one of mine, painting. Wouldn't say I'm an artist by any means, but I've always been afraid of trying different things because I, maybe wouldn't sell art or different things like that. But now it's just I got some paints, some watercolors, and just messing around. Get a nice brush, get some watercolors, paper, and that's another area of a creative activity that you could add to your life. That's one that I'm adding in. But any creative activity you can think of and journal on that. Again, if you'd like to set up a one-on-one session with me, we can talk about lots of different creative avenues. Thank you so much for joining me as always. If you have any questions, comments, please email me. Thank you so much. Take care. Namaste. Bye.